Let's talk about using an outside payroll service. Because of the complexity of payroll, many companies choose to outsource their payroll either to their accountant or to a payroll processing company. The payroll processing company or accountant then provides reports back to you, and then you track the information in your Peachtree software. The complexity or the amount of information that you choose to track depends on a couple of things. If you are responsible for printing payroll forms such as W-2s, 941s, or state forms, then you need to enter complete information for each employee's pay stub. If not, you can get by entering journal entries for payroll-related accounts. We're going to cover both of these two methods. First, let's cover the method where you outsource all of your payroll processing of checks, and all tax forms. Under this method, you simply need to make a journal entry for each payroll run. So come here under the Tasks pull-down menu and come down to General Journal Entry. When the outside service processes a payroll, they deliver reports to you. One of those reports summarizes information. Let's go through an example report. Let's say that our payroll service just ran the March 15th payroll. Let's put in a reference here. 315. Now, normally there are 5 items that we need to cover when we receive the reports from the payroll service company. These are wages or salaries, payroll taxes, benefits or 401k retirement, and the amount of cash. So let's record this journal entry. Let's say that we open up the packet and the report says that account 75,000 salaries expense was 3,500. The next account, 77.5, wages expense was $2,000. The next account, payroll tax expense, was $1,250. And we had employee benefit programs which included health insurance and 401k of $600. The last thing we need to enter is our credit to the cash account. Regular checking, $73.50. This is how much the payroll service is debited our checking account, $7,350. And that was comprised of these items. The payroll tax service company handles processing the checks and all compliance matters, including W-2s, 940s, and 941s. So all we're required to do is to record a journal entry so that our financial statements properly reflect the payroll transaction for the period ended March 15th. Now, let's cover the second method. Let's say that we outsource our payroll processing. However, we choose to do the payroll tax compliance ourselves. This includes issuing the W-2s at the end of the year. Under this scenario, we need to enter information for each payroll stub. So when we receive the information from the payroll processing company for each payroll period, we open the packet and we pull out the report that relates to each payroll stub for each employee. And then we're going to go in to each employee's record here in Peachtree and update that record. Let's demonstrate this by closing this window without saving it. And let's come under the Tasks pull-down menu and let's come down to Payroll Entry. Here, we're going to enter each employee's paycheck as though we were processing it ourselves right out of Peachtree. The difference is that we're just going to save it instead of printing it. So let's say we're looking at the payroll reports from the payroll processing company. The first check was to Christy Amanda, or Amanda Chrissy. And it was for 77 hours. Peachtree calculates a net check of $780.58. Let's say that that doesn't agree with what's on the payroll tax report. Let's look at the payroll tax report and scroll down on this list. Here's the difference. Peachtree did not calculate federal income tax the same way that the payroll service company calculated it. So we need to adjust it here. They calculated $122.50. Now the net check agrees with what the payroll service company processed and gave to Amanda, $783.89. The check number they assigned was 10250. Now we simply save this check, and that saves it in the Peachtree system. So now we have the information necessary to prepare all payroll tax compliance reports, such as 941s, 940s, state unemployment tax reporting, and our W-2s at the end of the year. This seems like more work and more effort. And isn't that why we're using an outside payroll service company? For them to do all the work and manage the tax compliance. So the most popular method with Peachtree users when they outsource their payroll is the first method, the journal entry method.